Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Warbus. We're here at Altus Intermediate School with Principal Lori Redden and Cook Janet, and we're going to give you an update of Altus Intermediate School, what has happened with our electricity here, what has transpired as of Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So I was at the board on Monday and my rave button went off, which many of yours did as well, and Janet was on top of things, and she's the one that pushed it. So Janet, you were in the cafeteria.
We were in the cafeteria.
Yeah, and lunch was over, and what happened?
Okay, so lunch was over, and we pretty much got a lot of our stuff done, so it was time to go for our break.
Right.
And we were all sitting down, and we noticed that all the lights just started flickering.
Okay.
And we kind of sat there for a couple of seconds and kind of just wondered, hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Who's messing with me?
Yeah, and we heard, I started to hear like popping noises. So me and a couple of the coworkers, we got up and we kind of just glanced into the kitchen, and inside Maria's office in the back, it looked like firecrackers going off in there. Like it was just sparking in there really bad.
Wow.
And that's whenever, I took off running to go get my phone from the table. I pushed the button, and as soon as I saw that it said that it sent out the alerts, I just took off running down the hallway to look for Lori. And as I was running down the hallway, her and the school officer was coming out of the room, because I'm guessing they had already got the alert as well.
Right.
And they were already gonna go my way as well. And I kind of told her what was going on, and we just took off running back towards there, and I went right outside after that. And they set off the fire alarms, and they started to get the kids out as soon as possible. And I'm glad everything worked out the way it did.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having the reality and the thoughtfulness to immediately hunt for your phone and check the rave button. And not that it's easy, but in that panic mode, you did a great job,
Yeah,
and I'm
you
very
have to
thankful.
know how to react. It was just something that happened so fast.
Right, yeah. Ms. Redden, so tell me, once that reacted, you probably had the same reaction I did. Oh, what's going on?
Right.
And then you found out it really was true.
Yes.
So tell us how your faculty and staff, they did the protocols like they should, and
Yes. Janet, like she said, I saw her come. We did see the lights flickering. We wondered what was going on. And then I came out of the room, like she said, and I saw her. She said, something's on fire. The fire alarms hadn't started going off because the fire wasn't actually in the building. It was outside the building in the north parking lot. So I hollered for someone to pull the fire alarm, and I headed towards the kitchen, and everyone started evacuating the building. I will say that my staff did a great job. The students and the staff immediately exited the building. Everyone went to their proper area and stayed there until it was time to re-enter the building. So they did good. I'm very proud of them. Everyone was calm. They were not stressed out. No one was hysterical. Everyone stayed calm under pressure. Got the students out. The students were outside for quite a while. But everyone did a great job. I would like to thank the first responders. I'd like to thank the school resource officers. I'd like to thank Altus Police Department, Altus Fire Department, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. They all responded immediately. By the time I actually walked out of the building, there were first responders here in the north parking lot trying to take care of the fire. So it was just, like you said before, Mr. Warbus, it was the perfect storm. All of the pieces kind of fell into place. No one was hurt, which we're extremely thankful for. We're also thankful to Mr. Warbus and Amanda, because they got communication out to the parents, because as you know, news travels very fast. So our focus here was getting the students and staff out of the building and getting them safe, and you all helped with communicating with parents and the community as to what was going on and to let them know everyone was safe and out of the building.
right. So kind of what happened was we had a delivery truck, and as he was exiting out of the north parking lot, he was turning, and there's a electrical pole that has all kinds of boxes, and there's a transformer, and he actually hit that with the trailer. And when he hit it, the way it's designed is if the fuses pop, it's supposed to pop the door open and pop those fuses, and it cuts off the electricity to the building, the way I understand it. Well, the way the trailer hit the box, it kept the lid closed. So instead of going off and popping the fuses, it just continued sending electricity to the building, and that's probably what the flashes you were seeing and the popping you were
Right.
hearing. And so it did actually catch the truck on fire. It didn't burn the truck completely up. It was a pretty small fire, but lots of electricity. Could have been very, very hurtful, and I mean, it could have been really, really bad. But we are so thankful that everyone responded the way they were supposed to, and they were safe. So that is what happened. The driver was safe. We're thankful for that. No one was hurt. Again, like Ms. Redden said, the faculty and staff did an amazing job. The kids did an amazing job. Thank you to Amanda for getting the word out. Thank you, parents, for not panicking, trusting that the teachers love your kids just like you love your kids. We're so thankful that you let us take care of the business. 2 or 3 showed up just not really knowing what had happened, but thank you for listening to Amanda's message. Give us the opportunity to do what we need to do without making it chaotic. You did a fantastic job, and thank you parents for letting us do our job and let the teachers love on your kids and keep them safe like we did. So kind of where we're at is the newest wing on the far southwest corner is a new wing, and it actually has electricity. The whole rest of the building is out of electricity. So Reyes Electric, who we always work with, is working very diligently to do it. The city of Altus and Altus Power are helping us out. They had a transformer, actually. The transformer that we needed was possibly up to 52 weeks out. So they're going to be able to get that to us. They're going to try their hardest. They're working hard today to try to get all the electrical done. We don't know what damage is going to actually be in the building once we get electricity to the building. If we have to go on generators for a little while, we'll do that. But their goal is by Friday to have the offices and 2 of the wings up and going so we could have school no later than Tuesday. Possibly Friday, but we're thinking it will be Tuesday because we're out of school on Monday. So as they work on that, we just don't know exactly what kind of trouble we're going to end up facing, but they're working really diligently to make it happen. We don't know how much damage is on the electrical cords that go under the parking lot and under the street. We got to figure that out. Again, the city's working hard for us to get that done, and Reyes Electric is working to get the actual all the things set and electricity temporarily to the building. Thank you to Sabina Garrett, the child nutritionist, and all of her workers and the cooks. They salvaged all of our food. We got all the frozen food distributed throughout the district and all of our cold food distributed, so we did not lose anything. When the building first comes up, we're going to be probably limited on how much electricity we can use, so the kitchen may not be up the first week or so of us actually having school, so we're going to have preparations to where that food will be prepared at the high school, and then they'll deliver it here to Altus Intermediate School. But we're going to try to keep parents as informed as we possibly can. As we know information, we will send that out social media to you, email, text, sometimes phone calls. It'll be on our Facebook, it'll be on our webpage, but we want to keep you as informed as possible. But again, thank you so much, Janet, for doing your job, and to the faculty and staff. Hopefully you know how to use the rave button. We've all been trained in it. We were going to wait till February, but now with this, we're going to go ahead and have another practice run with everyone next week. And so there's new hires that possibly aren't on the rave button. There are people that over second semester, they've switched buildings. So we're going to make sure that everyone's rave button is working correctly. So if you're a new employee or you're an employee that has switched buildings, if you would email Mr. Martin at cmartin@altusps.com, Chuck Martin, cmartin@altusps.com, and let him know your name, correct spelling of your name, and what building you were at and what building you're at now. Or if you're a new employee, what building you're at. And so next week when we practice, hopefully everybody's works, but that's the whole purpose of practicing, so we can figure out whose buttons are, panic buttons are working correctly, or excuse me, rave buttons are working. Again, thank you to all of our resource officers, the teachers, the staff, the parents, and all the first responders. We're very thankful. God's been good to Altus Public Schools, and we're so thankful no one was hurt. I do want to invite everyone. Altus High School is having a art exhibit our first art exhibit in many years. It's at the high school cafeteria. It's open to school employees throughout the day. And tomorrow night, Thursday night, it's open from 5 to 7 to the public. I'd love for you to come to the beautiful new renovations of the high school cafeteria and look at the art exhibit that the high school students have worked so hard on. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.